Hand on the wheel, foot on the gas. Beth Boats is traveling back.
It's just one of those things I never thought I would ever be doing.
That crisp new upholstery will be a slight upgrade.
That's what it is. It's what I'm sewing on.
For this is how the interior looked when Beth found her '48 Plymouth behind a North Dakota shed.
Isn't this a mess?
But before we go any further, let's go back 70 years.
This one is the actual book that was in the trunk of the car.
Purchased new, the car was the pride of Beth's Uncle Lawrence. That's him dining with it before Uncle Lawrence gave the car to Beth's family in Humboldt, Minnesota, when she was 12.
We just drove it and drove it and drove it.
What is it about first cars?
We could pile about 10, 12 kids in the back seat, no problem.
The ones in which we learn to drive, then take to college. The old bombs that mean more than new BMWs.
Just the memories and the good times we had in that car.
In the early 70s, flower decals and all, Beth gave her Plymouth to a college buddy, but never stopped thinking about the bomb, right up to the day she met at a dance her future fiancé, Andy.
I told him all about this car and, this wonderful car, and he suggested one day, he said, well, why don't we go try find it? And I said, we'll never find it.
One call to a North Dakota number in an old address book, and look what Beth found.
I guess I was in shock for most of that day.
Especially after reaching into the glove box and pulling out her father's name on an old vehicle registration, along with a note she had written in college.
I just couldn't believe it that he still had that car, because it sat there for 44 years.
Almost as if Beth's bomb knew she'd be coming.
So to see it today, you just can't believe it. It's gorgeous. It's just beautiful.
After 4 months in a body shop,
That one went on just fine.
just the interior and the trim left to install.
It kind of makes it official, right? The bomb. Our uncle and our dad would be so proud of this if they could see it.
Beth gets a hand with the finishing touches
Okay.
from her sister Mary, who drove the bomb before her.
Well, we couldn't tell you anything about our other cars that we've owned, but we could tell you a lot about this. Yes, it is an old friend.
It's almost like your first love.
A first love, but not the last.
It's so neat to see them talk about the memories.
It hasn't taken long for Andy, Beth's fiancé, to figure out the new order of things.
I don't mind being second. I love the car and I love Beth.
Meaning the day Beth got married.
And I vow to be faithful and loyal.
Andy wasn't the only one dressed up at the church. We love our first cars for the memories they carry. But rarely do we get them back to start a new batch. Beth was separated from the bomb for 43 years.
Oh, wow.
This is the first time I've ridden in the back seat.
They look cozy.
All right, bye.
This time, she vows, till death do they part. Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News, Coon Rapids.